difference. What the problem? For I have this blessed assurance. He will take my gloom and sadness. He will make my heart with brighter. I can go
1962. And there was a choir, didn't have a radio choir and a pastor's choir and a children's choir and a male chorus and a women's choir. But Billy didn't have all of these nice names: Levitical praise and power in praise and rich in praise and victory in praise and excellent praise. Back then all you had was a choir. It wasn't 2 or 3 choirs. It wasn't old choir, young choir. Back then wasn't no such thing as contemporary gospel. Amen. Amen. Wasn't no make me want to dance, make me clap my hands and stomp. Amen. Back in that day, you were going straight to hell for dancing in the church. It was just a choir, and they sang traditional gospel songs. And my father always talked about one in that choir that stood out, because while she was a young girl, very possibly in her early teens at that time, 12 or 11 years old, 13 maybe, she had a voice of a grown woman. And while she was young in age, Professor Bryant, she sang like she was a 30, 40-year-old woman. And we knew her as Shirley Bibbs. My father talked about she had pigtails. I never knew what pigtails were, but that's what he called them, pigtails. I think some of you ladies probably know what that meant. So she was a young girl back at that time, but she was singing with the grown choir because God had gifted her with that kind of voice. And she didn't mind using her voice for the service of the Lord. Shirley Bibbs, 68 years and a few months. That's almost what God promises us. 70, 80 by reason of health and of strength. 68 years God blessed her to be here. 68 years she went through the various transitions and the transformations of the church. Went through the choir period, and then the radio choir period, and then the greater voices of the temple choir period, and so on until her health would not allow her to participate as she would desire anymore. But when she could, she did. When she could, she didn't mind singing for the glory of the Lord. Whether it was singing with the choir or whether it was Bishop calling her to sing during his meditation hours that he would so often share each and every Sunday prior to us going on the live broadcast at 12 noon. Sister Shirley was the songstress. No doubt about it, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. She was the songbird of Greater Grace Temple. She was the one that we could always put up, and she would never, Brother Julius, embarrass us. She was always ready. She was always prepared. And whether we knew whether she was prepared or not, when she got up to present, she was prepared. And when God gives you a gift, when God gives you a talent, when God blesses you with gifts, and you use them to the glory of God, everybody knows that God is in the midst of your talent. Everybody knows that God is in the midst of your gift giving. It pained all of us to see Shirley make that transformation of declining, because the Shirley that we knew was a big woman. When I say big, you all know what I'm saying. She was a strong woman. She was a very healthy woman. And that's the Shirley that we were used to. That's the Shirley we were used to, the Shirley that didn't back down from nobody. Amen. We were used to that stubborn Shirley. Amen. That if the musician was in the wrong key, she would just sit there and just hold the mic until he played the right introduction or got in the key. Didn't matter how many times the choir director told her, she would sit there, that ain't right. And I ain't starting until it get right. That's the Shirley that we knew, the Shirley Deacon Kite that would let you know what's on her mind. Amen. I remember one time Shirley was telling me something. I said, well, don't hold back. Just tell me how you really feel. Amen. But that's the Shirley that we loved. That's the Shirley that we grew up with and that we were accustomed to. So it pains us to see that kind of person begin to take a decline, to see that kind of person begin to dwindle, to see that kind of person deteriorate. But life as it is, with all of us, if you live any length of time, there's going to be some declining. There's going to be some deteriorating. Y'all ain't saying nothing, but all y'all's hair wasn't black yesterday. Amen. It's black this morning, but it wasn't black, amen, 2 days ago. Amen. It wasn't pitch black 3 days ago. Amen. There was some gray in there. So whether you want to show us or not, we know that the bodies that we're in sooner or later will decline. People say you're just as young as you feel. Well, keep on thinking that. But you can't do what you used to do. Amen, somebody. There was a time when I could play basketball with my son and play all day, and we could go up to 20. Dad, let's shoot some hoops. All right, let's shoot some hoops. What we going up to? 1. As soon as I or you make a basket, the game is over. Are y'all hear what I'm saying? Because time, Mother Ryder, takes its toll on all of us. And none of us are exempt from human nature and the declining of these mortal bodies.